Okay, everybody, let's take a look at this video here. We're going to make ourselves a box, and according to our mission here, this box needs to be 200 by 100 by 150. So what you're going to need to do is have this tab open so that you can double check your measurements at 200, 100, and 150. The second thing you're going to need to do is make sure that you are in Tinkercad. If you're not sure how to get into Tinkercad, look at the previous lesson, ask Mr. Briggs, ask a friend, but you will need to get into this to do the assignment. Now, we are in millimeters here, and I have my work plane all set up. So the basic part of a box is a box. So I'm going to drag in a box, and I'm going to start by looking at the bottom measurement, 200. Now I can either drag this and make it a certain size, but nobody got time for that. We're going to just type in 200. Okay, there's the bottom part of my box. Now I need to make the width of my box, and according to this, my width is 100. Again, I could drag it, but nobody got time for that. I'm going to click this little box here that lets me select the dimensions and type in 100. Okay, now you'll notice it's starting to get to be a very big box. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and you can use the little cube up here, or you can use your right click and drag to find different dimensions. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is make the height. So the height here needs to be 150. So I'm going to click this center thing and make it 150, and that'll raise up my box. And I've got a box that's pretty stocky looking here. Okay, now I need to hollow it out. Now I could drag out a hole and make it smaller and make it fit, but I don't want to do that. I want to move faster than that. So I'm going to grab my box, and I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to duplicate that box. And if I drag that out, I get a second box, and I'm going to make a hole. Now, right now, if I group these together, it's going to erase my box. So what I need to do is make this a little bit smaller. So I'm going to make this one here, instead of 100, I'll make it 80. And instead of this one being 200, I'll make it 180. Okay, and you can see right there, it fits in my dimensions pretty well. And instead of making it 150, you know what? I'm going to leave it 150, and here's why. Because if I put this in here and group it, it's going to hollow out my box and leave the bottom empty. So what I need to do is position that in the middle, and I'm going to grab that little cone. And that little cone lets me lift my box up, and I can either eyeball it, or I could type in something here like 10, and I know that it's 10 millimeters off the ground. So now, when I take everything and I click and drag, I select both the shapes there, and I hit group. And ta-da! I now have my hollowed out box. Now, once you've got this box made, you can do anything you want with it. You can put faces on it, you can put labels on it, you can make it into a tiny aquarium. Whatever you do to this box to modify it, as long as you don't change those dimensions, gets you closer to a 4. And that there is my 3.5-minute video on how to do this assignment. Good job, everybody.